Thanks a lot, sir.
That was about nothing.
Oh, that's par for the course. Cheer up, old buddy. This one may be a birdie.
Oh, sure.
Who is it?
Police. We'd like to talk to you.
Prove it.
See that?
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Detective Corso. This is Detective Ward. You must be Miss Graham.
Jill Marlowe. That's Edie.
Who is it?
It's the police, Edie.
Hello? What do you want?
May we come in?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
It's about a neighbor of yours, Ellen Loring.
What did she do?
She's dead. Murdered, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, no.
I knew it. I knew it.
Here? In this building?
It happened in her apartment sometime last night.
I'll bet he did it, Jill. That pervert across the courtyard.
Edie, you're out of your mind.
You think he isn't? There's a man in the building across the courtyard. The window right behind the fire escape stairs. Well, he hides behind there with a pair of binoculars every day around 6 o'clock. All night, too, maybe. Just to see what he can see.
You sure about this?
Of course, I've seen him. I knew he was a pervert. I didn't know he was a murderer.
You can start losing up to 10, 20, 50, even 100 pounds. Non-prescription strength.
Now, we need all the information we can get.
What do you want to know?
Did you know Miss Loring? She had the apartment right below you.
No, I never met her.
Miss Graham?
Oh, I don't even know what she looks like.
Like this? We found this in her apartment. We don't know when it was taken, but it couldn't have been too long ago.
I did know her. I mean, I saw her in the elevator once or twice.
With anybody, do you remember?
No, she was alone.
Did you happen to hear anything last night?
When she was killed? I left for the theater at 7, City Center. I'm a dancer.
I was out for the evening, too, till midnight. Quarter past, actually. I suppose by that time.
Yeah. We're fairly sure it happened by that time.
Just how did it happen?
She was strangled. If you think of anything later on, either of you, give us a call.
The only thing I'm going to think about is moving, immediately.
Oh, come on, Edie.
No, I mean it. This crazy neighborhood, those hippies, and that Pete freak next door.
Well, don't worry about him, Miss Graham. We'll check him out.
You should have, long ago.
We would have if you reported him long ago.
What right have you people got to come in here and question me like this? This is still the United States of America, you know.
Take it easy, Mr. Janney. We just want to get some information.
For me? Why? Why me?
Because you live next door to where it happened.
Oh, that means I did it. I killed this Miss Ellen, whatever her name is.
Ellen Loring, not necessarily. Did you?
No! I didn't set foot out of this apartment all night.
What did you do last night?
Nothing. I came home from work the same time I always do. 5:30, quarter to 6. I fixed dinner, I read for a while, then I turned in about 10.
How well did you know Miss Loring?
Oh, why don't you two guys get together? I told you I never heard her name until today.
But you did know what she looked like.
Well, of course, the afternoon papers had a lot of pictures.
No, we mean in the flesh. You did see her that way a lot, didn't you, with these?
No, never.
Well, how come? You use them a lot, don't you?
When I go to the ballpark or a racetrack. I don't use them to look in other people's windows, and I'll thank you not to imply anything different.
Oh, no, not me. The people in that building across the court. They say they see you all the time, peeping through the curtains with these glasses.
That's an out-and-out lie. I wouldn't do a dirty thing like that.
So you just sat in this room all night and you never looked once.
I told you no. And I'm not going to tell you anything else. Now, get out of here.
Mr. Janney, if you're not telling us the truth, we'll be back. But then you know that, don't you?
We found these in the Loring apartment. Her boyfriend. Miss Loring was a very popular girl.
While she lasted. All right, run these guys down.
What about Jenny?
Well, what about him? All you told me is the girl stabbed him as a peeper. You said no.
It doesn't mean anything.
Oh?
I think he's lying.
Yeah, Janin did come on kind of strong, Lieutenant.
Wouldn't you? Peeping isn't a crime exactly, but it's nothing they hand out merit badges for. Of course you'd deny it. So?
Maybe peeping isn't the whole story on Jenny. I think we ought to check him out all the way.
Who's stopping you? I'm sure not putting him in the clear on the kill.
Okay, Lieutenant. Let's go, Jeff.
No. We got these photos. Why don't you think you'll need them? This one? This one? And, this one here.
You mean Miss Loring went out with all three of these guys at the same time?
Going out, having them over. You know, in her apartment, night and day.
Which one was her favorite, Mr. Andrews, do you know?
Yeah. This one. Always sending flowers.
Mr. Andrews.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Miss Graham.
Good morning.
Hi. I'm sorry to bother you, Tom.
It's all right. What's the trouble?
Well, it's about the oven. It's not working, and my mother's coming over to dinner tonight. You think you can fix it sometime today?
I'll get right on it. We're done, huh?
Yes, yes. Thank you for your time.
Ah, glad to help out. Okay, Miss Graham. I'll go straight up.
Yeah, thanks. So, what are you doing about the pervert next door?
The pervert. We're checking him out.
You haven't arrested him yet.
Miss Graham, if you have anything new to tell us, we'd be glad to hear it. But we don't need your advice on how to do our job.
Nobody in the building saw Janny go out. They didn't hear him either.
He could have sneaked out, though.
Easy.
No alibi, then. Anything else?
One witness, a guy who saw Jenny talking to the Loring woman on the street one morning about a week ago.
And Johnny said he didn't know her at all. This is starting to shape.
We also put a little heat on Jenny. Office, friends, just so he won't forget us.
Did you find out anything?
No, he's a solid citizen.
Here's something I got from my identification. April '63. Johnny was booked for beating up a young woman in a Riverdale motel. Somebody picked up in a bar. He got 1 to 5.
Well, how much time did he do?
18 months, model prisoner. The psychiatrist thought he had a good chance to straighten out.
Yeah?
He's still in therapy. Dr. Rodenko, East 83rd Street.
We'll check it out.
No, not you. You ask a couple of more questions over at Johnny's office.
I was there already.
Well, go again. And make sure he finds out about it.
The guy's got a short fuse, Lieutenant. You want him to explode?
I want the straight story on what he did that night. He hasn't told it yet. Maybe if he gets mad enough, he will.
What do you think you're doing? I don't like people following me.
I gotta talk to you.
You know where I work. Tomorrow in the precinct house. Meantime, stay out of my life.
No, wait a second. Please. I want to talk to you now so I can explain.
You want to talk? Okay, let's talk.
Problems, yes, certainly. Sit down, gentlemen. For that he is in therapy.
What sort of problems, Doctor?
Mr. Jenny is my patient. Surely you can't expect me to betray his confidence.
We're asking you to cooperate with the police department of this city, Dr. Dinko. We're investigating a murder.
We've got to ask questions, Jenny. We've got to find out just as much as we can.
About me? Why? I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't touch Ellen Loring. I swear it. You gotta believe me.
You lied to me before, didn't you? About your peeping, didn't you?
He is not the sort of man to commit a crime of the sort you're talking about.
This is your opinion.
It is my professional opinion, supported by my knowledge of the patient.
Well, we need some of that knowledge in order to do our job.
Mr. Janney's treatment, his cure, is my first obligation. I can't risk it to help you.
No matter what he's done.
All right, I'll admit it. I do look sometimes. I'm fighting it, though. I've been fighting it for years. It's a sickness, see? That's why I go to Dr. Rudenko. But I didn't kill Ellen Loring.
Who did?
Mr. Janney was convicted of aggravated assault against a young woman, right?
Yes?
The prison psychiatrist, you read his report.
Yes, I did.
He said Janney was a severely neurotic personality with paranoid tendencies, meaning he had a potential for violent behavior, especially against women. Is that right?
I would say so, at the time.
What about now, Doctor? You've been treating him for years. Does he still have that potential?
I don't know. I wasn't watching that night.
How come?
I was on top of it. This sickness I have. I wanted to look like but I didn't. See, sometimes I can't help it. I gotta look.
The night before last, this wasn't one of those nights. You sat in your room like a good little boy.
Right, that's right.
And didn't so much as open the curtains.
No, that's right. I was on top of it, I'm telling you. But if you keep pushing me, I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Enough, gentlemen. As long as Mr. Janney remains in my care, I will protect him.
Suppose other people need protection from him.
This I would doubt.
I'm not interested in all this psycho stuff. I need information. I'm going to keep asking until I get it.
I told you.
Yeah, and maybe tomorrow you'll tell me different.
Yes, I would be more surprised to learn that Mr. Janney had any connection with this crime at all. No, that is wrong. I would not be surprised. I would be astonished.
You run along now. It's been a rough day.
Rough. You don't know, fella.
Maybe I do. Go on home and get some sleep. It'll be rougher tomorrow and every day after that.
Till I go crazy?
Until you tell the truth.